Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Roxy from creativemamadesigns.com and this video is part of a new series. It's called the Revamp, Repurpose and Resell series. And basically what I'm showing you is how you can take a ready-made, pre-made template product, make some changes to it, make it unique, make it your own, and then be able to sell it, whether that's on Etsy, on Amazon KDP, or on your own website. I'm going to just take you through those steps, give you some ideas, some inspiration on how to take a product and make it your own. So if that's something that you're interested in, then stick around and let's jump in right now. Oh, but before we start, let me introduce you to a really cool, really cute freebie that I've put together. It's marking the celebration of me reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Much thank you. And it's a gift for you. It's a groovy baby shower themed activity bundle. It has 10 different page templates that you can use, you can amend, you can edit and get up in your Etsy store. Baby shower games sell amazingly well. So this is a really well designed product. I'm really proud of it and I hope that you can use it nicely in your business too. And again, another freebie is my PLR dot grid journal template. It sells really well and again ready for you to use in your business. So make sure that you click both of the links in the description below for both of those. For the groovy templates freebie, you would need to join my free Facebook group to access this one, but this one here you can download from the link below. So hopefully you can use those nicely in your business, and let's jump in now. So the product we are going to edit today and make unique, change out it's an abundance mindset product. You can find it over at creativemamadesigns.com. Click premium PLR packs and then it's here, abundance mindset printable pack. Now, the abundance mindset niche is, if you've seen any of my niche research videos, it fulfills the criteria of being an untapped, unsaturated niche. So if we move over to Etsy, I can show you what I mean. So over on Etsy, I've typed in abundance mindset journal, which is part of that product that I've just shown you. And what I like to look for are Etsy results that are returned that are less than 3,000. As you can see, there are 1,216 results here. And the reason I like to see such low numbers is because there is so much competition on Etsy, so many millions of products, so many broad niches. And it's always really important to peel back those layers and dig a little deeper to find more untapped, maybe longer tail, more in-depth products that are serving a more niche down need. So with this abundance mindset journal, like I said, only 1,200 results. So the other thing I like to see is to see if there are any bestsellers being returned on this first page of Etsy, see things like Etsy's picks or see if it's in anyone's baskets. The other thing I like to look at is to see how many products on this first page are actually targeting this particular keyword. So this abundance mindset journal. So I'll have a look and immediately what I'm seeing is I'm seeing growth mindset workbook, manifesting planner workbook, money abundance, money mindset. I'm seeing a lot of different keywords that are not specifically targeting this abundance mindset keyword. So that's really interesting to me. And it denotes that, yes, there are products that are complementary to that particular keyword, that particular niche product, but there aren't very many that are directly targeting that abundance mindset journal. So to me, that tweaks my interest and makes me want to delve deeper and see how much competition there really is for this particular product. So to reiterate, I like to look and see how many Etsy results there are being returned in Etsy. I like to see how targeted those particular products on that first page of Etsy are to that particular keyword. I then like to see if there are any bestsellers, how many baskets it's in. I will then look through reviews and see what people like, see what people don't like. But then also additionally, I like to use software to then really round out my analysis of a particular niche. And there are several products I use, but I'm going to show you just one today. It's called Sell Samurai. So let's jump in and I'll show you what I look for as well. So with Sell Samurai, it's a really great, they've got some really great data that you can take and use to make a really comprehensive, fully rounded decision about whether a product is worth making or not. What I like to look for, so you type your keyword here. So I've already done that, abundance mindset journal. And then it will return things like Etsy SB, which is Etsy search volume. We've got Etsy click-through rate and we've got Etsy competition. I like to look at those as a first point of call and then I'll go down and I'll show you how I use the rest of the information. So Etsy search volume here, I like to see any type of number as long as it's not 0 or NA, which is not applicable. So as long as there is some kind of number being returned there, it means that there is traffic going towards this keyword. Also, I like to look at the click-through rate. I like to see things of about 5% or above. So this is fantastic, really good, lovely and high. That means that people are clicking through and invariably they're buying, put it in their basket to come back later and make a purchase of. Lastly, I like to look at the Etsy competition. That's probably the most important thing for me. As I said before, I like to see in Etsy itself, I like to see anything under about 3,000 results being returned. So if we're looking back at Etsy, we can see that there were 1,216 results here. But as I demonstrated, not all of these results are particularly targeted to this abundance mindset journal keyword, which is what is so interesting. And so when we are looking over at Sell Samurai, we're seeing that the competition is actually quite different from what we saw at Etsy. And the reason why that is because Sell Samurai is returning the products, the number of products that are really directly targeting that particular keyword. So that's why there's only 570 here, because actually when we're looking over at Etsy, there aren't very many products that are targeting that abundance mindset journal keyword. So this is what I like to look at as well. I like to make sure that there are less than 3,000 again. So all of these are tick marks in my book, along with the fact that on Etsy there aren't very many results. They're not very targeted. So this is going to make me want to think, okay, maybe this is something that I would want to spend some time and create a really comprehensive product that really is targeted to that niche. What I also like to look at Etsy Most Trending. This is just to get some additional ideas for other products that we might want to put together. And definitely pay attention to the tags. Make sure that you're using them in your description, in your title, in your tags as well. So I have shown you how I validate a niche, and this particular abundance mindset journal niche is something that I did decide to make a product for, a whole printable bundle of products that are aligned with this niche. And this is something that you can find over on my website. I've got a set of ready-made templates in this niche ready to go. And what I'm going to do now is show you how you can change these up, make some edits, make some amendments, and make it truly unique. Give you some other ideas of what you can do with this particular product. This product includes a mindset journal. It includes journal covers to use. There are affirmation cards in this bundle as well. We've got sticker templates and also social media templates. So a really real, as well as, I forgot about these, coloring pages too. So it's giving you so much content to be able to work with and make something that is really unique. So yeah, definitely click the link in the description if you want to learn more. I am running a super special 60% off this particular bundle, and along with the training that we are going to jump into now, it will really help you to be able to expand your product library with barely any effort. So let's do this now. So this is the Attracting More Abundance Journal. As you can see, it's 30 pages. I've really tried to go in detail with this and provide a lot of kind of background information. As you can see on the pages, it's not just one line. It kind of goes into a lot of depth. Just so that you are able to provide a product that is even more value and that you can hopefully charge more for. So as you can see, there's lots of different prompts and different things that your audience will use in order to improve and increase their abundance mindset. So with this particular workbook, this ebook here, how I would say it's going to be quite easy to be able to repurpose this and make it your own. And the first thing I would do is definitely change out the fonts, change it to whatever kind of font branding scheme that you have within your business. So as you can see, I used the font here is Amsterdam 2 and Frenchy Sage. So what you could do is, if you don't really like the calligraphy kind of handwritten font, you could go for something else. So let's see what else there is. Maybe something paragraph type font, something a bit easier to read, possibly. Something quite clear. Ovo. Yeah, that's nice and clear. So we'll just change that font, position it into the center, and then if you go down here, you can change all, and that will change all of them on all the different pages. I'm sure probably most of you know how to do that anyway, but just in case, that's the easiest way to change the font across the whole kind of printable journal. This font we can change from Frenchy Sage, and let's again just something that's easy to read. Okay, I quite like Radley. So what we do is we just reduce the font size. As you can see, I've kind of really made this quite in depth. Every kind of prompt on each page, it really goes into some kind of background story, and to help your customer visualize exactly what it is we're trying to get them to achieve, which is to free themselves from that limiting, that scarcity mindset, and adopt a mindset and a feeling of abundance. So yeah, so we've changed our 2 fonts. After we've changed the font, we would then make sure that we've changed it for every single page. So there would be the option to change all of the fonts from the previous font to the new font that you wanted to do. So you just make sure you select that option. Leave the lines as they are. This is kind of just a kind of this prompt down at the bottom. It's just prompting your customer to make sure that they are meditating, they're taking that time out to think about what was asked of them in this kind of question, kind of something that they've been asked to do. So this one was, the end was, fill this page with happy words. And it's just to create that feeling of gratitude, of happiness. And yeah, so and then after that you kind of reflect on that and you're able to go about your day. What I also may do is, I mean, you may not like this this kind of graphic at the bottom, so maybe it'll be something else that you might want to put there. Celestial maybe, or sometimes Canva gives you some suggestions as well. So cosmic vintage, boho aesthetic. So depending on the kind of look and theme that you're going for, you may want to change this out. In the back, as you can see, I've got like a photograph of the night sky with kind of a skyline at the back. I also made the transparency a lot less so that it wasn't too overpowering for the journal. And this journal is actually in color, but you may find that you want to have it as a printable, like an actual printout, make it into a proper journal. And so you may not want to have color in the background. So then you might want to find a background or a photo or something that is black and white. You can also change this to black and white as well. So how I would do that is I would click the edit image, and then generally I'll go to duotone. Here I'd click mono, and that generally changes to black and white, as you can see. So then that would be really good to then be able to print out on KDP, and that's in order for you to, because if generally with KDP, if you print out in color, then you are going to be charged more, and so your royalties won't be as lucrative as if you had a book that was printed out in black and white. So with this one though, immediately I can see that it's quite dark. You can't really see what's going on in the background anymore. So I might want to change it out for something different, for a different photo. Maybe it just might be clouds in the sky. So photos. So we might want to, usually I like to click free, so we might want to put that in the back. But since we're going to have it as black and white possibly, so something like that might be nice as a black and white kind of photo, but you can still see what's going on. So as you can see, first up, we've changed the headline, the heading font, we've changed the kind of body of text on the page, we've changed the background, and if you feel that you want to, you can change this graphic element to something else. We haven't changed the lines, that's fine, but that's something that you can do as well. And then we just recreate that on every page. All it would be is just simple copy the background, paste it there, paste it on the next page. So we would just copy and paste it to the back of each page, and that wouldn't take more than a couple of minutes to do that. And within 10 minutes, we've kind of changed the whole look and feel of this journal. Now what I would also do is, I mean, this journal is quite comprehensive as it is, but I may add a page in between each daily prompt, and it may be just a reflection page. So it would be something that your audience, your customer, your client would use just to reflect on the day. So this first page would be something that they start their day with, and then they would go throughout their day, hopefully feeling thoughts of abundance and positivity, and then they would come to the next page, which would be a reflection of their day. So the way I would do that is I would just duplicate this first page, and I would just remove this body of text here, remove that. I would lock this so that that doesn't move around, because sometimes when you're moving kind of different elements of your page, other bits move as well. So I just make sure that the things that I want to keep static, I have clicked that lock button there. Remove some of these lines here, because we can always duplicate those if we need to, and possibly remove this for the time being. So this would be like, I personally would, you know, I would put as a title my daily reflection, and like I said, it would just be a couple of short prompts that enable your client, your customer, to be able to look back at the day and see what their achievements have been, see what they've learned, and see how they will make their following day better. So press T to get that text up, that text box. I would put it to the side. And some general reflection, I guess, prompts would be: today I am grateful for, and then I'd bring these lines up. I would probably group this set of lines because I think that's about enough for someone to express what they're grateful for the day. And then I would copy all these and then paste them and drag it down so that we are ready for our next prompt, which might be, so you would state what you're grateful for the day. Maybe you might want to talk about what you've achieved for the day. So today I have achieved, and then again, copy and paste, drag it down. Just make sure you got your spacing right. Today I'm grateful for, today I've achieved. Maybe you might want to then think about what you want to achieve tomorrow. Or okay, maybe it might be something that you can work on for the day. So I will work on, because most of our days don't go perfectly. They don't always go to plan. There are positives as well as negatives. So it might be something that we want to say today. I will work on this for tomorrow. Paste again, and then maybe one last prompt so that we filled the page. Tomorrow I will achieve. And then, so that would be your daily reflection. I might make this heading a bit bigger, just so that we know it's quite a prominent heading. So my daily reflection: today I'm grateful for, today I've achieved, I will work on, and tomorrow I will achieve. And so that's a really nice kind of interlude or kind of wrap up of the day. So after they've come through for their first daily prompt, which in this case was striving for happiness, they would do that in the morning, then come back at the end of the day and do their daily reflection. And all you would need to do is just copy this page. Right, we could just copy this page and then paste it and then put it in between. So we just keep copying, pasting, and then making sure that we have put it in the right order. This is 30 days worth of prompts. So by adding this daily reflection page, it kind of increases the value a lot more. It turns it from 30 pages to 60 pages, and it really reinforces the fact that you are trying to provide a product that does help with increasing and working on that abundance mindset that we are all striving for. And by doing that reflection, it just makes it just more in depth, more comprehensive. And then also another thought that I had was, so for each of these prompts, so we've got striving for happiness here, we've got you're worthy of success here, and it says success isn't something that happens overnight, so it takes time and effort, but no matter how much time and effort you put into your goal, you still won't achieve success unless you believe that you're worthy of success. And then the prompt is to write about a time where you feel you had achieved success. What did you do after you succeeded? How did you feel? And so even this kind of background information and background kind of story building, which kind of builds up to the actual prompt or the actual kind of action that we want our customers to take, it could be used in a different way. We could change this
we could copy and paste this, and we could make them into social media posts. We could resize that, copy and paste that into a kind of an Instagram kind of post, or we could use the prompt, so write about a time when you felt you had achieved success. That might even be really good if you've got a Facebook group or a community or a forum. You could use these prompts and, just increase engagement within your group. Another really good kind of idea for this journal in particular is to use each daily prompt, and put it into like a kind of 30-day email challenge. So we've got the background kind of story here, and then we've got the prompt that we would want them to carry out, and you could literally copy and paste that into your email provider. I personally use Flowdesk because I just like the prettiness of the emails, but everyone has their own preferences. But you could just copy and paste that into an email and have 30 days worth of emails that you can use to engage your list. So this first one is Striving for Happiness. This one's You're Worthy of Success. And so this could be the title of the email, and then this is the body, and then this is what you want them to kind of do at the end of the email. Again, I'm worthy of abundance. So this is just a really easy way, and these are just some ideas that I have that you can carry out to be able to repurpose the content in this printable bundle.
So that's it from me today. I hope you got a lot of value from this video. If you are interested in having a look at the Abundance Mindset Journal bundle, make sure you click the link in the description below. I hope that this video has also opened your mind as to what's possible with product templates that are ready-made, ready to go, that you only need to make a couple of edits to make something completely different. It's going to be a really amazing way of expanding your digital products that you can offer, and also a really great investment into building your own digital product empire. So until next time, all the very best.